Welcome back my YouTube channel, Old Coin Z Collection. Today's episode, we take a closer look at one of the classic coins from American history, this coin 1954's United States wheat penny. A coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but when understood in full detail, reveals a rich story of minting history, design, and rare collector value. The 1954's wheat penny was minted at the San Francisco Mint, which is what the S mint mark under the date represents. This small mark is crucial in the world of numismatics, as it helps identify where the coin was produced, in this case, the West Coast facility. This coin belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the wheat penny features the side profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that became iconic in American coinage. On the reverse side, you'll find the familiar wheat stalks on both the left and right edges, which give this series its nickname, the wheat penny. Between those wheat ears, the coin reads 1 cent and United States of America, along with the Latin motto, E pluribus unum above. The 1954's wheat penny was minted in significant quantities. Around 96 million coins were produced that year in San Francisco. Despite this high mintage, certain versions and conditions of this coin have become highly collectible due to factors like mint errors and preserved quality. One of the key aspects collectors look for in the 1954's penny is its condition. Coins graded MS 65 or higher, mint state, by organizations like PCGS or NGC are especially desirable. Even among circulated coins, well-preserved examples can be worth far more than their face value. Minting errors can also drastically increase a coin's value. Double die obverse, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes are examples of errors that make specific 1954's wheat pennies stand out. These types of errors are relatively rare and highly prized by numismatists. Another important factor is the coin's luster and strike quality. A sharply struck 1954's penny with its original red coloration intact, referred to as red in grading terminology, is more valuable than one that is toned brown or has been damaged over time. While most 1954's wheat pennies in circulated condition are worth just a few cents to a few dollars, uncirculated and rare varieties can fetch significantly higher prices at auction or in private sales. In particular, coins with strong visual appeal and documented provenance can surprise collectors. Now to the value highlight that often stuns new collectors. Yes, a 1954's wheat penny once sold for a staggering $1.9 million. This wasn't just any coin. It was a one-of-a-kind mint error combined with an extraordinary state of preservation. It had been held in a private collection and authenticated at the highest level, making it a legendary sale in the numismatic community. It's important to understand that while most examples won't reach anywhere near that amount, the story of that one coin proves how powerful rarity, condition, and historical context can be in determining a coin's value. Many collectors enjoy hunting for wheat pennies and rolls or jars passed down through generations. You never know when you might come across a hidden gem. The thrill of possibly finding a rare mint error or a nearly uncirculated penny in everyday change is what keeps many hobbyists engaged. Over time, Lincoln Wheat Cents have gained more popularity, especially as younger generations take interest in American history and tangible collectibles. This resurgence has helped maintain and even increase demand for well-preserved coins like the 1954's. Preservation plays a major role in long-term value. Keeping coins in protective holders, avoiding excessive handling, and storing them in climate-controlled environments can help prevent damage that would otherwise reduce their grade. For those looking to buy or sell a 1954's wheat penny, it's always best to consult with a certified dealer or have the coin professionally graded. This ensures that both buyer and seller know exactly what they're working with in terms of authenticity and condition. Remember, even if your coin doesn't carry $1 million price tag, it still has historical value. Every wheat penny is a piece of American heritage, telling stories of the mid-20th century economy, design, and minting craftsmanship that so. Whether you're a beginner just getting into coin collecting or a seasoned expert looking to complete your Lincoln cent set, this coin 1 cent 1954 United States wheat penny coin history. This coin 1946 United States 1 cent wheat penny, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but carries a rich legacy and, in rare cases, extraordinary value. The 1946 wheat penny was minted just after the end of World War II. At the time, America was recovering from the war effort, and the economy was transitioning back to peacetime production. This coin represents not only a piece of currency, but a symbol of national resilience and hope. Made primarily of copper, with a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the 1946 penny marked a return to the standard metal content. During the war in 1943, pennies were made of steel coated with zinc to conserve copper for ammunition. By 1946, the original copper alloy was reinstated, making this coin part of a new chapter in U.S. minting history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln. His image has graced the penny since 1909, in celebration of his 100th birthday. Above his head reads the word Liberty, and to the right, the date, in this case, 1946, and on the reverse side, you'll find 2 stalks of wheat bordering the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design gave the coin its popular nickname, the wheat penny. Above the denomination, the Latin phrase e pluribus unum is inscribed, meaning out of many. The 1946 penny was struck at 3 mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while those from Denver carry a D and San Francisco a S below the date. Each variant has its own appeal to collectors, with some editions rarer than others. Philadelphia produced the highest number of 1946 pennies, over 991 million in total. Denver followed with over 315 million coins, and San Francisco contributed just over 198 million. Despite the high mintage, condition and errors determine the true rarity and value of individual coins. What truly excites collectors are the rare errors and high-grade specimens that can elevate the value of a 1946 wheat penny exponentially. Coins that were struck with double dies, off-center errors, or other anomalies are highly sought after. Similarly, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition with original luster can fetch impressive prices that, in terms of grading, coins are assessed from poor P1 to mint state, MS70. A 1946 penny in average circulated condition may be worth only a few cents. However, those in mint state, especially with MS67 or higher grades, are significantly more valuable due to their rarity and collector interest. The most remarkable discovery involving the 1946 wheat penny came from a private auction, where an exceptional example of the coin, certified in top-grade condition with rare features, was sold for an astounding $1.4 million. This sale stunned the numismatic world and renewed attention toward this post-war coin. While not every 1946 penny will command such a figure, it proves that hidden treasures can still be found in everyday collections. What makes a coin like this worth over $1 million? It's a combination of rarity, condition, historical significance, and sometimes an extraordinary error. In the case of this high-value penny, it featured an extremely rare die variety, near-perfect preservation, and was authenticated by a top grading service. Collectors are always advised to handle coins carefully. If you believe you own a valuable 1946 penny, never clean it, as cleaning can greatly reduce its value. Instead, place it in a protective holder and consider having it professionally graded. Another factor that increases the appeal of the 1946 wheat penny is its accessibility. Many collectors, especially beginners, can find these coins in pocket change, old piggy banks, or inherited coin jars. It's a tangible way to connect with history and start a meaningful collection. The story of this coin isn't just about metal or money. It's about the era it came from. The year 1946 was full of changes. Soldiers returned home, new industries rose, and the world was shifting. Holding a 1946 penny is like holding a time capsule from that moment. For numismatists, the hunt is part of the thrill. Checking for mint marks, examining details under magnification, and learning the background of each coin deepens the hobby. Whether your 1946 penny is common or rare, it's a valuable part of your personal collection, though we hope this video inspires you to take a closer look at your own collection. This coin 1 cent 1946 United States wheat penny. Coin history. This coin 1 cent 1941 United States wheat penny. This coin, a piece of American history, carries a lot more than just monetary value. It tells a story of a bygone era. The 1941 wheat penny is part of the wheat cent series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. These pennies are often sought after by collectors due to their unique reverse design, which features two stalks of wheat framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design was created by Victor D. Brenner, who also designed the famous Lincoln cent obverse that on the front side of the coin, you'll find a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. His profile has been a symbol of honesty and leadership since it first appeared on the penny in 1909 to commemorate his 100th birthday. The 1941 penny was minted during World War II, a time when America was deeply involved in global conflict. Though not a rare date, the 1941 wheat penny carries historical significance due to the period it represents, adding to its collectible appeal in terms of composition. The 1941 wheat penny is made primarily of 95% copper, with the remaining 5% consisting of tin and zinc. This composition remained standard until the onset of copper shortages in the early 1940s, which would later lead to changes in the metal content of pennies. The coin's diameter is 19.05 millimeters, and it weighs approximately 3.11 grams. It features a smooth edge, typical of most U.S. pennies minted during this time. During the 1941 production year, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these pennies across 3 different mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. Each mint's mark can be found just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. Despite their abundance, some 1941 wheat pennies are more valuable than others depending on their mint mark, condition, and rarity. Collectors pay close attention to the strike quality, luster, and any errors that may have occurred during minting in terms of grading. A 1941 wheat penny in circulated condition is generally common and valued at just a few cents. However, uncirculated examples, or those with exceptional qualities, can fetch significantly higher prices in the collector market. Rare error coins for 1941 can also increase value. For instance, doubling, off-center strikes, or other minting anomalies can turn an ordinary penny into a highly sought-after collector's item. The coin's condition is crucial for valuation. Grades range from good, G, to mint state, MS, with the latter being coins that have no signs of wear and maintain their original mint luster. Collectors seeking a 1941 wheat penny often aim for high-grade specimens with clear details on Lincoln's portrait, sharp wheat stalks on the reverse, and minimal surface marks. Now, about the value. While most 1941 wheat pennies are modestly priced, the most exceptional specimens, or those with rare errors, can command impressive sums. A perfect mint state 1941 penny can range from $10 to $50 in typical conditions. However, in an extraordinary case, a rare and perfectly preserved 1941 wheat penny in pristine condition, especially with a rare mint error or exceptional provenance, could be valued at over $1.6 million by collectors in the rare coin market. This high valuation usually applies to coins that are certified by major grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, proving their authenticity, rarity, and condition. For most, Collectors, owning a 1941 wheat penny is about appreciating its place in history and the story it tells rather than purely its monetary worth. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced numismatist, this coin 1 cent 1941 United States wheat penny. Coin history. This coin 1940 United States 1 cent wheat penny. This coin may look small, but it carries a huge legacy and, in some rare cases, a massive price tag. The 1940 wheat penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than Lady Liberty or symbolic images. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the 1940 version does not carry a mint mark. However, coins from that year were also produced in San Francisco and Denver, which do carry S and D mint marks respectively. The Philadelphia Mint produced the largest number that year, over 586 million coins. This coin is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it the classic reddish-brown hue that many collectors admire. It has a diameter of 19 millimeters and weighs about 3.11 grams. These specifications remain consistent with most Lincoln wheat pennies struck before the mid-1980s. The obverse side of the coin features a right-facing bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head is the motto, "In God We Trust." To the left, the word "Liberty," and to the right, the date, 1940. If it were struck in Denver or San Francisco, the mint mark would be just below the date on the reverse. You'll find two stylized wheat stalks along the edges, enclosing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above them is the Latin phrase "E pluribus unum," which translates to "out of many one." This simple yet symbolic design is the reason collectors refer to these coins as wheat pennies. The 1940 wheat penny was made during a transitional period in U.S. history, coming just before the United States entered World War II. As such, it holds not only monetary value, but also historical and cultural significance. It represents a time of both economic recovery and rising global tension. While most of these coins were minted in large numbers and are not rare in circulated condition, their appeal lies in their design, age, and the nostalgic value they carry. They are often one of the first coins collectors add to their wheat penny sets. Now, let's talk value. While common circulated 1940 wheat pennies can sell for as little as 10 to 50 cents, coins in uncirculated, mint-state condition can fetch significantly higher prices. Particularly rare varieties, such as error coins or those graded at MS 67 and above, have sold for thousands at auctions. The most exceptional example, a 1940 Lincoln wheat penny graded MS 68 read by a reputable grading service, has been valued at over $1.5 million due to its pristine condition, rarity, and collector demand. Many collectors are drawn to this coin not just for its financial potential, but because it offers a tangible connection to America's past. It reminds us of the everyday transactions and lives of people during the early 1940s, whether they were buying a newspaper, a loaf of bread, or saving pennies for the war effort point. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of finding a valuable piece in your own change jar or inherited collection. If you have a 1940 wheat penny, be sure to inspect it for wear, toning, and any signs of minting errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes. These features can significantly boost its value. Proper preservation is also key. Coins should be stored in acid-free holders and kept away from moisture and direct sunlight. Even slight damage can decrease their value, especially if you're hoping to get it professionally graded and certified. Speaking of grading, it's highly recommended to have valuable coins assessed by trusted organizations like PCGS or NGC. These companies provide authentication, condition grading, and secure encapsulation, all of which help increase the coin's market appeal and potential resale value. There's also a strong community of collectors and enthusiasts who actively trade, sell, and discuss wheat pennies. Whether online or at local coin shows, there are plenty of opportunities to learn more and even complete your own Lincoln Cent collection. 1 year and 1 mint mark at a time. In conclusion, this coin 1 cent 1940 United States wheat penny coin history. This coin 1939 United States 1 cent wheat penny. A small copper coin with a rich legacy and incredible value for collectors worldwide. The 1939 wheat penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which began in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, a design that has become one of the most iconic in American coinage history. But on the reverse of this penny, you'll find 2 stylized wheat ears, which is why it's commonly referred to as the wheat penny. Between the wheat stalks are the words 1 cent and United States of America, giving it a timeless and classic appearance. The coin was minted during a significant period in American history, just before the United States entered World War II. In 1939, the country was still recovering from the Great Depression, and coins like these were used in everyday commerce, passed from hand to hand without much thought. There were 3 main mints that produced the 1939 wheat penny: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint coins do not carry a mint mark, while the Denver and San Francisco coins are marked with a D and S respectively, located just below the date. Over 350 million wheat pennies were minted in 1939, making them fairly common at the time. However, the condition, rarity of certain varieties, and mint errors significantly affect their value today. Collectors pay close attention to these features when evaluating a coin's worth. What makes the 1939 wheat penny particularly special among collectors is the existence of rare high-grade examples and minting anomalies. Some coins exhibit double dies or off-center strikes, which increases their value considerably. The metal composition of the 1939 penny is 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. This composition remained standard until 1943, when steel cents were introduced due to wartime metal shortages. As with many collectible coins, condition plays a vital role in determining the value of a 1939 penny. Coins graded in mint state or MS condition by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC fetch much higher prices than circulated coins that a standard circulated 1939 wheat penny may only be worth a few cents to a couple of dollars, depending on its condition and mint mark. However, uncirculated examples, especially those with a strong strike and rich color, are much more valuable. In particular, 1939 pennies graded MS 67 or higher are very rare and sought after by advanced collectors. These coins must show no signs of wear and possess exceptional luster and sharp details. Fewer than a few dozen exist in such high grades. The record sale for a 1939 wheat penny was a Philadelphia minted coin graded MS 68 red by PCGS, which sold at auction for over $2 million. Such coins represent the absolute pinnacle of condition, rarity, and historical interest, making them prized trophies in the world of numismatics. Collectors and investors alike are constantly on the lookout for these exceptional specimens. Owning such a coin is not just about monetary value. It's about possessing a piece of American history frozen in time, preserved in nearly perfect condition. That if you happen to come across this coin 1 cent 1939 United States wheat penny coin history, this coin 1925 wheat penny, officially known as this coin 1925 Lincoln Cent. This is more than just a coin. It's a small slice of history from the early 20th century. The 1925 Lincoln Wheat Cent was part of a beloved series that began in 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, breaking away from the classical designs of liberty and allegorical figures that had dominated earlier coinage. The obverse of the 1925 penny features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, were subtly placed at the bottom of Lincoln's shoulder on most later coins in the series after controversy surrounded their original placement in 1909 on the reverse. We see the traditional wheat ears design, which gives the wheat penny its popular nickname. Two stylized stalks of Durham wheat frame the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing prosperity and agriculture, values deeply connected to American life at the time. Above the denomination is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, and on the obverse we also see In God we trust and the word liberty, both staples of U.S. coinage during the era. The 1925 wheat penny was minted in 3 U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Each of these variants has its own level of rarity and desirability among collectors, depending on the condition and strike quality. The Philadelphia Mint produced the highest number of these coins, with over 139 million struck. These are the most common among the 1925 issues, but well-preserved examples are still valued for their history and beauty. Denver followed with a mintage of just over 22.5 million, making the 1925 D-Wheat penny significantly scarcer than the Philadelphia version. Coins from this mint tend to show weaker strikes due to worn dies, so finding a crisp example is a challenge. The rarest of the group is the 1925s, minted in San Francisco, with a mintage of approximately 26 million. However, because of quality control issues and poor striking techniques, very few high-grade examples survive today. In circulated condition. These coins are common and affordable, but when found in mint state condition, MS 60 or higher, their value can jump significantly. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins with sharp detail, minimal wear, and original red color. The 1925 Lincoln penny also reflects a turning point in American society. The Roaring Twenties were well underway, with economic growth, jazz music, and the spread of automobiles. Every penny from this time has witnessed a world transforming rapidly into the modern age. Collectors particularly appreciate Lincoln cents from the 1920s, as fewer high-grade examples exist compared to later decades. Most people simply spent them into circulation without a second thought. Today, that wear tells a story. The metal composition of the 1925 wheat penny is 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the standard alloy for U.S. cents from 1909 until World War II. Over time, the high copper content gives the coins a rich, warm patina that is highly sought after. Coin grading plays a critical role in determining the value of any wheat penny. A heavily worn 1925 coin might only be worth a few cents, while pristine, uncirculated coin can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In terms of value, the most exceptional known examples of the 1925 wheat penny can reach well into the six-figure range at auctions. One such pristine, mint-state red specimen sold for an astonishing $2 million to a private collector, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever sold. However, such prices are extremely rare and tied to coins with exceptional condition and provenance. Most collectors, however, are happy to add a solid XF, extremely fine, or EU, about uncirculated coin to their sets, which might range in value from $10 to $100, depending on mint mark and color, red, red-brown, or brown. These pennies are a wonderful starting point for those entering the world of numismatics. They are affordable in lower grades and have great historical appeal. For experienced collectors, chasing those high-grade or rare mint mark versions provides a true challenge. The Lincoln Wheat series ran from 1909 to 1958, making it one of the most collected series in American numismatics. Within that range, the 1925 coin stands out due to its age, its representation of post-World War I America, and the scarcity of top-condition examples. For those who inherit old coin collections from relatives, it's always worth checking for early-date wheat pennies like the 1925 issue. Sometimes these treasures lie forgotten in jars, awaiting rediscovery. Each time you hold this coin, 1925 United States wheat penny, coin history.